Early in the morning on April 29, 2016, the Zuiderdam made it to Porto da Coruña in Spain. The port is located right in the center of La Coruña, probably Galicia's most visited locality after Santiago de Compostela. As well as acting as the provincial capital, La Coruña is an important location in its own right and possesses the world's oldest working lighthouse, the Tower of Hercules. The following are pictures I captured from the advantage point of our cabin balcony as the Zuiderdam made its way to the cruise terminal. Let's enjoy the views of La Coruña at sunrise on that glorious spring day. After our morning tour to Santiago de Compostela, we embarked on our own walking tour around La Coruña. Our first route covered the marina front and promenade areas. The Palexco Exhibition and Congress Hall is located opposite the Pier Transatlanticos. Its two main entrances are flanked by these four sculptures. Another view of the Palexco building, and next to it, Los Cantones Shopping Center, brand new additions to the harbor area. This pedestrian-only street between the Palexco and Los Cantones Shopping Center led us to Paseo de la Asociación de la Prensa, that afforded great views of the glass-fronted gallerias that line the harbor. Teatro Rosalía de Castro was built in eclectic style in the 19th century. In view the Galleria glass-fronted harbor buildings that have given rise to the old town of La Coruña, becoming known as the Glass City. In front of us, one of the many Art Nouveau buildings in La Coruña. The Real Club Náutico de La Coruña, facing the Paseo Marítimo Alcalde Francisco Vázquez, was founded in 1926. The Zuiderdam, our home away from home, was moored right in front of the Palexco building. Views afforded from the Paseo Marítimo Alcalde Francisco Vázquez. Madonna Man-Child, a focal point of the Paseo Marítimo. Hospital Lavente y Lago opened its doors in 1626 under the name of Hospital del Rey to serve military troops settled in the city. In 1998, the building was renamed in honor of the first medical director of the center, Ezequiel Avente y Lago. Another important landmark of La Coruña is the Castle of San Antón, a fortress dating from the 16th century that has been rebuilt over the centuries. It is located on a small island and is artificially connected to the mainland. Its construction started the year 1587, according to an inscription on the cover of the fortress. Now in view the Maritime Control Tower. Then we were on to the Maria Pita Square, via very attractive narrow streets that wind behind the harbor. We are now approaching the main entrance to Pita Square from the city's harbor side. These two arches are distinguished and give the impression that you are walking into a royal court. This impression is further enhanced by the Palacio Municipal, town hall in English, which is truly monumental in both its scale and incredibly ornate detailing. Its appearance does, however, suggest a greater age than the structure really lays claim to. It was actually built in the early 20th century and is less than 100 years old. The Maria Pita Square is probably La Coruña's main city plaza and takes its name from the town's heroine, Maria Pita, who came to notoriety as a result of her role in Sir Francis Drake's attack on La Coruña in 1589, and she is credited with playing a critical part in reducing the losses of the Coruñans during this assault. Many of the other buildings surrounding the Maria Pita Square are typical examples of the best of La Coruña's architecture and include galerías and granite, the region's main building component. Although not in the Maria Pita Square itself, the square does offer a view of the small but elegant church of San Jorge, which you reach by exiting the plaza to the left of the Palacio Municipal. This church was built in the 18th century and is in the typical Baroque style of that period. It has a slender and almost elongated appearance with two bell towers and also has the addition of an elaborate cruzeiro in the small courtyard in front of it. It was designed by architect Domingo de Andrade. Plaza de Azcárraga was originally called Plaza de Harina because grain trading took place there. In 1896, it was renamed to honor General Marcelo Azcárraga, who was instrumental in the return of the city of La Coruña to the Capitanía General. The wishing well adorning the center of the plaza dates from the end of the 19th century. The plaza also includes a monument honoring Pucho Boedo, a Spanish singer born in La Coruña and considered a legend of the Galician music. The Santa María del Campo Collegiate Church dates back to the 12th and 13th centuries and was once the second most important parish church in the area. The building in Romanesque style was completed in the year 1302 and it became a collegiate church in 1411. We then decided to visit the Jardines de Méndez Núñez and La Rosaleda, passing by the Diputación General and the Correos and Telégrafos buildings. The clock tower of the Correos building that dates from the 1930s interrupts its four sober and monochromatic facades. This mature garden has been in existence for almost 150 years and was dedicated in 1871 to the memory of the Galician Navy officer Méndez Núñez. Now in view is the monument honoring Manuel Curros Enriquez, September 15, 1851, February 7, 1908, a Galician writer and journalist in the Galician language, considered to be one of the leading figures of Galician culture and identity. Let's enjoy this monumental stone tribute to Curros Enriquez by the sculptor Azores. The promenade, lined with palm trees, as well as the octagonal music stand built in 1884 and restored in 1985, are original features of the garden. The Kiosco Alfonso that faces the promenade was a cafe, a theater, and a cinema. Converted into an exhibition center in 1982, it conserves its modernist decoration with dragons that immerse us in a world of fantasy. The lower floor has Venetian engraved glass windows with designs by the Galician painter Jorge Castillo. Monument honoring Daniel Carvalho, a writer, journalist, and Galician politician. This monument by Agustín Querol was dedicated in 1896. Monument honoring Emilia Pardo Bazán, a novelist, journalist, essayist, critic and scholar from Galicia. In view, the goldfish and red carp pond in front of the monument to Concepción Arenal, an important Spanish writer. In her work, she denounced the situation of prisons for men and women, poverty in nursing homes, and she especially highlighted the rights of women. Her work is considered the basis of contemporary Spanish feminism linked to the pioneering feminist movement of the late 19th century. Possibly the most striking element for the passerby is the plant calendar, which is cared for on a daily basis. Then we were on to La Rosaleda, or Rose Garden in English. The Rosaleda was created around the large statue of Aureliano Linares Rivas, born in Santiago de Compostela in 1841. He was a lawyer, journalist, and Galician politician who died in Madrid in 1903. Facing the Rose Garden is the Customs House. This modern building houses the Jefatura Superior de Policía de Galicia. La Terraza building is one of the 3 recreational constructions that lined the garden's promenade. It now houses TVE, the Spanish state television company in Galicia. This eclectically styled building, 1920-1922, is constructed of reinforced cement and replaced an earlier wooden building. Then it was time to walk back to the cruise ship terminal before the Zuiderdam set sail for Cherbourg in France. Finally, from the advantage point of the Zuiderdam's 15th deck, we were able to capture pictures and video clips of beautiful La Coruna. At last I got to see the iconic Tower of Hercules that has served as a lighthouse and landmark at the entrance of La Coruña harbor since the late 1st century AD, when the Romans built the Forum Brigantium. The Roman Tower of Hercules has been in continuous operation for almost 2,000 years. This is in fact the oldest lighthouse in the world and has been declared a World Heritage Monument.